can be hurt by nothing but your thoughts. You can be hurt by nothing but your thoughts. You can be hurt by nothing but your thoughts. You can be hurt by nothing but your thoughts. You will not be afraid. You will not be afraid. You will not be afraid of love today. 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 I will not be afraid of love today. I will not be afraid of love today. You 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 can elect to change all thoughts that hurt you. You can elect to change all thoughts that hurt you. You can elect to change all thoughts that hurt you. You can elect to change all thoughts that hurt you. You can elect to change all thoughts that worry you. You can elect to change all thoughts that upset you. You can elect to change all thoughts that hurt you. You can elect to change all thoughts that hurt you. You can elect to change all thoughts that hurt you. You can elect to change all thoughts that hurt you. You can elect to change all thoughts that hurt you. The past is over. It can touch you not. Your past is over. It can touch you not. Your past is over. Your past is over. Your past is over. Your past isn't kicking your past. I say your past isn't kicking your past isn't kicking your past isn't kicking your my past isn't kicking my ass. I'm tired of my past kicking my ass. I'm tired of my past kicking my ass. I'm tired of the past kicking my ass. I'm tired of the past kicking my ass. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. My present happiness is all I see. 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 My present happiness is all I see.
Can I just let go? Can I just let go? If I can let go, the darkness will fade. If I can just let go, there's a light all around me, but the pain in my heart has kept me holding on.
Pay attention now.
But I feel like letting go.
Feel like letting go.
Ready to run and I'm ready to leap into what is
I'm ready to run and leap into what is real.
got a sweet invitation.
My sweet invitation.
Let go of your will.
Let go of your will.
I am alive within you. It's time to be free.
It's time to be free. Guess what?
I
What do you feel like doing?
feel like letting go.
What?
Let go.
Huh?
Let go.
Really?
Let go.
Okay, okay.
I
Say what?
feel like letting go.
What?
Let go.
Do what? Do what?
Let go.
Oh man.
If I can let
If I can't let go,
heaven's at
heaven is at hand. When? Right now. Right now. I can let go.
new life is away.
New life is awaiting
I'm real.
while I'm rearranging these old facts of mine. Yeah.
Tired of holding
Tired of holding
on.
on.
My heart is
My heart is
making
making an authentic appeal. Say what? It's a sweet invitation. It's a mandate of ecstasy. Don't hold any longer. Drop your tools and follow me. I won't abandon my vision. It's time to release. Damn it. Say what? What? Feel like letting go. Let go. Let go. Who? What? Say what? Yes. Let go. Let God. Talk to me. Talk to me, Ricky. Tell me one more time. I gotta let go. I gotta let go. Woo! Do what? Let go. Let God. Talk to us, Ricky. The power of God is guiding me. I'm surrendered to what I got to be. And deep within, God loves me so. Let go. Earl is letting go. With God, all things are possible with God. With God, all things are bountiful with God. And deep within, God loves you so. Let go. I'm letting go. Anyone else? Say what? Feel like letting go. Let go. Let God. Let go. Yes, yes. Feel like letting go. Let go. Let God. Yes, yes, yes.
Feel like letting go. Let go. Let God. Let go.
I gotta let go. I gotta let go.
Feel
You gotta let go. Let go. Let God.
we can let
If we can let go. the darkness will fade. Pray to let go. You need to pray to let go. You need to pray to let go. It's time to let go. You got to tell yourself it's time to let go. Let go. Let God. You can't do it by yourself. Let go. Let God. You can't do it by yourself. Let go. Let God. You can't do it by yourself. Let go. You gotta let go, mighty companions. You gotta let go, mighty companions. This is not a class that you come to see if you can do it by yourself better. You already know the results of that. Right? Right? Right. Right. So we're going to be on the same curriculum, if you have the book. It's, what page is that on your book, Joe? On page 225 in the Foundation for Inner Peace version. Now remember, you don't have to believe it, you don't have to accept it, you don't have to welcome it. Some of it you're going to find hard to believe, some of it might be quite startling. Nobody's asking you to judge and analyze the ideas at all. Your understanding isn't a powerful contribution to the truth.
Insulting.
Your understanding doesn't make it true or not. Your understanding is not a powerful contribution to the truth. Okay? Your understanding is not a powerful contribution to the truth.
Insulting.
Your understanding isn't a powerful contribution to the truth. If you use it, you'll see that it works. If you don't think it's worked, it's a possibility you might not have used it. So we've learned an insane curriculum in the world, and the Course in Miracles is offering us a sane curriculum, which is the same as saying a love curriculum. And only love is strong. The only thing that's strong is love. Love is the only thing that's strong. The only thing that's strong is love. The only thing that's strong is love. The only thing that's strong is love, because if it's love, it's not divided. And those who are strong don't attack. Because if you're strong, you don't see any reason to attack. If you're weak, you see a lot of reasons to attack. If you're weak, you attack all the time. If you're weak, you argue all the time. If you're weak, you attack all the time. If you're weak, you are attacking all the time. Now, before the idea of going off on somebody, before the idea of attack can even enter your mind, before you can even have the idea that you're getting ready to get somebody straight, before that can even enter your mind, you have to perceive yourself as weak first. Then the idea of hurting or attacking someone comes up. So first you see yourself as weak, then you attack and go off. So first you see yourself as lacking in some way, then you attack. Anger comes after the perception of yourself as weak. So if you're walking around feeling weak, you're probably going to be tempted to get angry, go off, and attack. Then it says, because you've attacked yourself, and now you feel weak, you think attack is effective. And the reason why a person thinks attack is effective is because they're seeing themselves as weakened. So if you see yourself as weak, then you think somebody hurting you or attacking you really has effect. Why? Because look at me. Look at me, I'm weak. Look at all the problems I got. Look at all the insecurities I got. I'm the living proof that you can hurt another person. You don't have to look any further than me to know that someone can hurt someone. Look at how screwed up I am. You know I am capable of being hurt by someone else. Look at me. So you have to behold, let's get this straight. The Course is saying, first you see yourself as weak, then you attack. And if you see yourself as weak, you already believe attack has power because look at what it's done to you. If you're seeing yourself as a victim. And then it says, now you don't see yourself as equal to everybody else because now you're weak and they're stronger than you. So then the next thing a person who thinks that they're weak, who thinks they've been hurt, he says the next thing you're going to try to do is you're going to try to equalize the situation.
Yeah.
I got to equalize the situation. I was here, now I'm here. I was strong, but now I'm weak. And then it says, so you use attack to try to equalize the situation because you believe that attack was successful in weakening you. So now I'm weaker than you, so now I got to judge you to bring you to the same level I'm on. So when I see myself as weak, I'm going to criticize and judge and condemn you so that I can equalize the situation because I believe I've been weakened, so I have to weaken you too. So a person who sees themselves as unloved and weak and in conflict and in fear, they don't try to raise themselves up to the person that they see as being stronger than them. That's not the way they do it. They try to bring everybody else down in their perception to the same level that they see themselves as being on. Any questions about that? Any comments about the first paragraph? Yes, Chris.
So then that could also work with nations, right?
Yes. It works right across the board. We see ourselves as weakened, then we try to attack. Sometimes we try to do preemptive strikes. I'm going to attack you before you attack me because I feel vulnerable to you. And then that justifies me attacking you before you even attack me. I'm going to get you first. Yes, nations do it all the time.
Is there a difference between attack and justice?
Yes. There's a big difference between attack and justice. The world thinks of justice as punishment. Love thinks of justice as being fair.
Yes.
Right.
That's the difference. The difference is we look at justice as someone being condemned, and love looks at justice as let's get rid of the cause of the so-called injustice. Let's get in touch with the love that would supply the lack that seems to be happening. Now you have to remember, we grew up in a consciousness that teaches us that attack is strong. And we're used to attacking because, generally speaking, we're told we're not perfect and unlimited.
Yeah.
So now, here I am standing in front of people, including myself, who've been taught that attack is how you protect yourself, telling you that that's how you weaken yourself, so therefore it will bring up resistance to what I'm saying, because it will sound like you're being left unprotected. So the only person that what I'm talking about is really going to make any real sense to is somebody who wants to choose for peace, even though they know they still have a tendency to want to attack. The person who wants to defend attack because they want to keep on attacking, then there's nothing I can say today that's going to give that person peace. So first you have to make the decision that you want peace. Now we got somewhere to go. But it can't be me proving to you that you should want peace. I'm not in front of the class to get you to change your mind about wanting peace. I'm really here to remind you that only the strong do not attack, that you don't attack until you see yourself as weak. First you see yourself as weak, and then you lack, and then you attack. Then you try to equalize the situation because you think you're weaker, so you're tempted to judge and attack others to try to bring them down to the level that you're on. That's what we need to remember, that I need to stop seeing myself as weak. That's where all the problem starts. So if I tell you you're powerful, and I tell you that you're loving, and I tell you that you're lovable, the more you accept that it's true, the less need you'll feel to attack anyone. Since everything comes from your consciousness and your mind, then you will perceive a world that you are not being attacked in.
I'd like that.
Because you don't have attack thoughts. That's where it comes from. Yes.
So, in regard to attack thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
I know how to do the appropriate game of not attacking others, but I can be vicious with myself. So, there's sort of a conundrum there that I'm working through.
Well, what you're saying right now is why it looks like bad things happen to good people. Okay, because good people claim they would never attack anyone because we're just good people. We're just so nice. We wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't blow you away if you hadn't messed with me first.
Never.
Never. I wouldn't ever blow you away if you didn't attack me first. So good people, but the Course in Miracles says an attack thought. An attack thought is coming from a perception of weakness. But an attack thought is just as much a thought of being attacked as it is a thought of attacking. So if you have the thought of that you could be attacked, that's as much of an attack thought as attacking. And that's why it looks like you still draw attack to yourself even though you think you don't want to attack anybody else, because he says there's a part of your mind that believes you can be attacked. And so therefore you perceive it and experience it. So again, but the answer is still the same. The answer is, I'll admit to myself that I have attack thoughts. I'm going to see those attack thoughts as calls for peace. And I'm going to also increase my belief in the idea that I am strong, that I am loved, and I am lovable. How am I going to do that? Well, the way I think now came from the things I taught myself. So if I want a new thought about myself, I need to give myself some new ideas. And I need to give myself those ideas repeatedly until I accept them as true. And then I perceive the new ideas in my physical world. That you can't skip over this. That's the step of you changing your mind in order to have the result you're looking for, which is the temptation that we have. Is somehow or another, I'm going to change my mind without telling myself anything else different consistently. It's going to happen because I'm sitting here and my body's here. So that means now I've changed. No, all it means when you're sitting here is that you're trying to remember the thoughts you need to have in order to have the peace you want.
Can you say that again?
The reason why you're here is so that you can hear the thoughts that you need to accept so that you can have the new result you want and so that you'll perceive a world where you're not attacked in. Because there are people who walk this world who do not perceive attack and do not experience attack or hurt or lack or any of the stuff that you're tripping about. But you're not going to see it until you change your mind, because your physical world is just a mirror of your thoughts. That's the other one that the truth is trying to get us to understand. You will, this is a perfect example. As long as I'm looking in this mirror and I'm wearing a yellow top, I'm going to see a yellow top. If I want to see a different top, I've got to put on a different top. Then the mirror will reflect that back to me too. Your world is a three-dimensional mirror. 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 Even the people and the thoughts you think aren't reflections of you are reflections of your thoughts. All of it is a reflection of your thought. All of it is a reflection of your thought. All of it. So the ego wants to get all caught up on whether or not I'm the one that's creating it or not, whether or not I'm a victim of it, and that's the trick. The trick is to forget what we were told about how to get out of attack, which is to see yourself as strong. All your attention should be on how can I see myself as loved and strong. Well, I'm going to tell you, you are loved and you are strong. That's the truth about you. And it's true whether you believe it or not. It's still true. So I'm going to tell you, you're beautiful, you're holy, you're powerful, and you're strong. Period.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to go to the next paragraph. So that's why the recognition of your own invulnerability is so important to the restoration of your sanity. So what's the most important thing in terms of the restoration of you being sane again, knowing that you are loved again? Recognizing that who you really are is invulnerable. Who you really are cannot be hurt. What you really are cannot be hurt. What you really are cannot be hurt. What you are not can be hurt. What you are not can appear to be hurt. What is it about you that appears to be able to be hurt?
It's not real about body.
Your body.
Mm-hmm. Your heart.
Yes.
Well, actually, your heart, your true heart can't even be hurt because it's not physical.
You're so special.
Yeah. Well, you might be talking about the physical organ that's pumping the blood through your body, but I'm talking about the center of your being. That can't be hurt. So if you think you are a body, you will believe you can be hurt. And that's why we believe that we can be hurt, because we are identified with the body. We think this is what we are. We're being told, it's not what you are. I know it feels like it's what you are, it looks like what you are. You feel it as what you are. You feel pleasure, you feel pain, you feel pleasure, you feel pain in your body. Your body is not what you are. Now, the part of you that believes you are a body, there's nothing that it wants to hear less than the idea that you're not a body. So I'm now saying the thing that your ego most does not want me to say, which is that you are what you think you are. Did you think this is you? This is what your ego, your separate self wants to believe. This is you. Then they go into all the reasons why you should defend it. Oh yes, this is really me. No, it's not you. It's not what you are. You are an unlimited spiritual being who has an eternal life that never ends. And your body is just a temporary communication device that you're supposed to be using to tell everybody else that they're not their bodies and that they're loved also. But I somewhere went astray. Forgot what I was supposed to be doing with my body. I've used it for other reasons. Yes. Interview. Yeah, most of you are depressed because you're not using it for something else. But you're not getting the chance to use it for something else enough.
What's wrong?
That's why you're working out. So hopefully somebody want to use your body for something other than its real purpose quickly. Maybe tonight, if you're lucky. Okay? So saying that your body is supposed to be used as a means for communicating love does not mean that you can't enjoy your body. It just means that your body will be healthier if you use it for the function that it was given you for. You know, if I try to use my car as a boat, it's probably going to sink. Right? So if I don't use my body for what it was meant to be used for, then my body will also reflect that back to me. Just like if you don't use a car for what it's meant to be used for, and you put it in the river, it sinks. So much of what's happening in your life that's causing you pain is because you're misusing everything in your life. You're not using it for what it was meant to be used for, including your relationships. That's why you go through so much pain in them, because you're not using them for what they were meant to be used for, which was your awakening, your realization that you're strong and that you're innocent and that you're this unlimited spiritual being that's a part of God and everything. You can do that and still go to a basketball game or a movie or whatever. You're not having to sacrifice the so-called pleasures of the body. Your body doesn't have any hope of pleasure. Your body isn't sitting there hoping that it eats ice cream. It's not even thinking about it at all. That's your mind desiring to use your body to eat ice cream, so you use your body to take you to the ice cream parlor, and then you use your body to get the ice cream cone so you can eat ice cream. Your body is just following orders all the time, consciously and subconsciously. So the Course says, now if you can accept that you're invulnerable, now remember what I'm saying, who you really are. I'm not talking about you that thinks you're a physical body that lives a certain number of years and dies. I'm talking about who you really are. He says, then you realize that attack has no effect on who you really are. And although you have attacked yourself and criticized yourself and judged yourself or put yourself down, you will be demonstrating that nothing really happened. So you're attacking yourself. You may be getting upset with yourself. You may be putting yourself down. You may be attacking yourself, but nothing's really happening to who you really are. But who you think you are is freaking out and needs therapy bad. Who you think you are is what's always being worked on. Who you really are is whole and complete. There's nothing missing in who you really are. So what's the advantage of this? We have to introduce these ideas about ourselves to ourselves. Because if everything you perceive comes from the ideas you have in your mind, you need some new ideas and I need some new ideas. And so what I'm telling you today, you don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe this. Don't think I'm saying that you have to believe this. What I'm doing right now is I'm introducing ideas that over a period of time you will begin to accept as true and therefore experience your invulnerability. So look at it as if I'm, Purdy apple seed. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm doing right now is I'm dropping seeds into your mind. The seed of that you're loved, that you're lovable, that you're strong, and that who you really are cannot really be hurt. These are ideas that I'm dropping in the soil of your mind. Of course, if you already believe that, you would be the happiest person in the room. So we already know there's a part of us that doesn't believe it, but that doesn't mean it's not true. Just because you don't believe something doesn't mean it's not true. Just because you don't believe something doesn't mean it's not true. Because you don't believe something doesn't mean it's not true. And remember, you don't have to accept this, welcome it, or believe it. It just says use it. Okay, I think I'm a body, but I'm going to say I'm not a body, I'm free. Oh, it's a part of me that thinks I'm definitely a body, but I'm not a body, I'm free. I can say it without believing it. I would advise you to start saying it without necessarily believing it too. Why? Because you're introducing a new idea, and the repetition of the new idea allows you to accept the new idea, and when you accept an idea, you begin to perceive it. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so I'm not going to argue with the person about what they're perceiving and experiencing, because that's true for them. Because they reinforce that idea so much that they see themselves as lonely and no one loves them. And they see themselves as a victim of everything around them. And they see themselves as lonely and afraid because they believe it, they perceive it. So I'm not going to try to argue with you about how you've structured your experience. As a matter of fact, you need to ask yourself, what kind of beliefs must I have to be experiencing the life I'm experiencing right now? Look at your life right now and then ask yourself, what is it that I already believe to be experiencing my life the way I'm experiencing it right now? And you'll get back in touch with the ideas that's creating what you're going through. What would a person have to believe who feels like they're so broke they can't pay their bills?
I'm weak.
What would a person have to believe who sees their relationships as always painful to them? What would a person have to believe to always see something that they think of as being wrong with their physical body? And let me share with this. It doesn't mean your mind is sane and healed because you have a body that's not suffering. There's not a correlation. You can be crazy as hell and have a pretty body. And you can have a body that looks like it's malfunctioning and can be completely sane.
That's right.
What makes you sane is the way you're looking at it. What makes you sane is the way you're looking at it. What's making you sane is how you're looking at it. If I feel like I'm sick right now and I'm telling myself it's my call for love and it's a defense against the truth and it's my ego trying to convince me that I'm a body to make me forget that I'm an unlimited spiritual being, even as I take my medicine, it's cool. I'm still moving towards sanity because I'm telling myself the truth. If I remind myself I'm not my body and I'm an unlimited spiritual being, but right now it seems like there's something going on with my body, but I'm seeing myself as not the victim of my body, then my mind is saner than the person who has a perfectly functioning body that believes they're the victim of everything that's happening to them. So just because it looks like your physical reality is okay doesn't mean you're sane. And just because it looks like somebody else is going through hell, it doesn't mean they're insane. That's important to realize. It's about the content, not the form. It's about the content, not the form. It's about the mind, not the physical. Okay. So then it goes on to say, the ones you realize that by, and this is really deep, it says once by realizing by attacking you haven't done anything, by attacking you have not done anything, by attacking you have, check out your feelings when I say this, by attacking you have not done anything by attacking you haven't done anything. The ones you realize that by attacking you haven't done anything, he says you will no longer see in this sense an attack. And so what will you do? You'll see that attack manifestly doesn't work, and guess what? You'll realize that attack can't protect you. So what is that saying? It's saying that when you realize that by doing something you really haven't accomplished anything, you won't see any sense in it. You keep on doing things that you think is going to get you what you want, or there's some sense in doing it. The minute you get that it does not work and will not get you what you want, you will stop doing it. If you tell yourself you're bad for doing it, you may keep on doing it. If you tell yourself I feel guilty because I did this, you're going to keep on doing it. But if you tell yourself attacking doesn't work, it's not going to get me what I want, It's not going to bring me the peace and prosperity and joy and happiness that I want. Then your mind will entertain the idea of using some other approach other than attack. So feeling bad about something doesn't make you a good person. Feeling bad about going off on somebody doesn't stop you from going off. You know that's true. Your own life proves it. Y'all know I'm not saying something theoretical. Everybody in here felt guilty and kept on doing whatever it was.
Yes. Plenty.
So feeling guilty does not stop you from doing something. Feeling guilty is just a request for the universe to punish you for what you just did. And the universe seems to punish you for it. And then you wonder, well, why am I being punished? Well, you're feeling guilty. You're saying, punish me, universe. I'm bad. And when you punish me, I'll be okay, because when I get punished, then that absolves my crime, and then I'm okay. Everybody knows if you rob a bank and you get your 20 years, you paid your debt to society, so now you can go out and rob another one. That's why they come out and rob another one, right? Because nobody's dealt with their thinking, nobody's dealt with their mind, nobody's tried to heal them of any kind of sense of separation. They've been judged, misused, abused, punished, come out of jail and go do it again. Because nobody's worked at a causative level with them. And that's the way we think. We just punish the person and that's going to make it okay. And so the Course is telling us that's the attitude that a person has toward themselves who constantly keep themselves miserable. That's a person who is simply choosing to punish themselves all the time through some form of misery, be it financial, relationship, spiritual, the body, whatever. So I'm saying to you, you're strong. Stop punishing yourself. Nothing that you're doing to punish yourself is doing any good. Then it goes on to say, yet the recognition of your invulnerability has more than negative value. In other words, if your attacks on yourself have failed to weaken you, if all your judgment and your condemnation of yourself has not really weakened you, because no matter, it's like me, for instance, it's like if you were to call me a bunch of names right now, it doesn't weaken me. Is that true? As long as you don't physically attack my body, you can say anything you wanted to about me. Would it weaken me? No. Well, the same is true about what you're saying about you. Nothing you were saying about yourself when you criticize yourself, judge yourself, and see yourself as not enough and a bad person. That's no more changing who you really are than you all calling me that would change who I really am. And I guarantee you can call me that, it's not going to change who I am unless I side with it and accept it as true for myself. You tell me I'm no good and I go, oh, you're right, now I'm letting it affect who I think I am, and then I go through the pain. But you are not at the mercy of other people's beliefs about you, so you have to never be affected by what someone else says about you. And your spiritual freedom is going to come from not being affected by the opinions of others. You'll never be free as long as you're concerned about the opinions of others. So the Course is then telling us, then, this is good news, y'all. It means whatever you've been criticizing or judging yourself about and not feeling like you're enough about, it has failed to weaken you. You are still strong. You are still strong. Then it says, you therefore don't have any need to equalize the situation. There's no need for you to try to establish how strong you are by somehow your ego trying to put everybody else down and see them as less special than you. You know, at least I'm better than a black person. At least I'm better than a rich person. At least I'm better than someone who, you know what I'm saying? In other words, that's our attempt to equalize the situation by judging and putting somebody else down, because we see ourselves as weak. And so if the people you see around you constantly judging and criticizing everybody around you, they need your compassion because they already see themselves as weakened. And they already see themselves as lacking. That's why they're criticizing and judging everybody around them. And when you're criticizing and judging yourself, you're just having the thought that you're weak, and you just need to remind yourself, I think I'm weak. I'm thinking I'm weak right now. How would I know I think I'm weak right now? Because I'm angry and upset and I'm projecting it on something outside of myself. So that means I've already seen myself as lacking in some way. I'm seeing myself as weak, and now I need a girlfriend or boyfriend to project it on. That's why I'm trying to find one.
Brilliant.
I have no one to project my stuff on. There's nobody for me to blame. I've been living by myself for 15 years. There's nobody for me to blame. Blame the plumbing.
Blame the president.
You understand what I'm saying? If you don't want to take responsibility for what you're going through, you need someone to project on. It can become a society, a race, a government, a friend, a relative, or a partner. But you're trying to get rid of your own dislike of yourself by vomiting all over somebody else with it. And then seeing it as them that's causing your unhappiness. Are you aware of this? This is what's going on. So when you, I don't care how cute a person is, if they're crazy, you're not going to have a good time with them. Once you get past that initial whatever it is you do with them, then you're going to realize you made a mistake. You know what I'm talking about, because we've all done it. We've all done it. So what I'm saying to you is it's much easier to have vision and see the consequences of your actions before you take them than to let the thing happen and then try to figure out how you're going to extricate yourself from the situation that you made up because you weren't conscious. Does that make sense? I keep asking you because it seems like it's making sense to me, but is it making sense to you? But you don't have to believe it. But I just want to know if you're hearing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll never realize the utter uselessness of attack except by recognizing your judgments of yourself are having no effect on who you really are, but it is having an effect on who you think you are, and so therefore it would behoove you to even give yourself more loving perceptions of even who you think you are. So if I think I am Earl Purdy, then I need to be reminded Earl Purdy that he's loved and that he's lovable and that he's responsible for what's happening to him and nobody else is, and that he's not alone. I need to let go and I need to let God. I need to start talking to that dude so that he can start having another perception of who he think he is. And that new perception of him needs to be one that's in alignment with the perception that God has of him. So I need to bring my idea of myself in line with what the universe sees me as being. The universe sees me as being strong and lovable. Then doggone it, I need to start seeing myself as strong and lovable. What would be the easiest way to do that? Hear that over and over again by surrounding myself with people and studying and meditating and learning how to let go of the blocks. Then all of a sudden you see why we have all the different teachings and skills and healings in the world, so that you will choose a form that will allow you to be willing to change your perception of yourself. So I go to the doctor if I think I'm hurting as a symbolic gesture to show that I'm willing to be healed. You see, what you do at the physical level is a symbolic gesture to show you're sincere about your desire to see yourself differently. But you can't judge yourself about your cold. It's just your call for love. I had the thought that I was weak, and now I'm perceiving myself as being attacked by a germ. You know, and so now I'm seriously being messed over by a germ. But I'm the unlimited child of God, being run out of town by a fire ant. It's a trip, isn't it? The Course in Miracles says the way we think seems to make sense until somebody says it back to us. The way we think makes total sense to us in bits and pieces, but if someone says back to us the way we think, it sounds insane. But we know we do it all the time, but it sounds totally insane. So it says, and this is really awesome, it says, for others do react to attack if they see it. So if it looks like you're attacking me, I'm going to react to it. And if you're trying to attack them, you'll be unable to avoid this interpretation as reinforcement. I'm trying to attack you, you attack me back, and this reinforces my belief in attack. I go off on you, you go back off on me, then it reinforces my belief in attack. And he says the only place you can cancel out all reinforcement is in you. The only place you can cancel out all somebody was engaging me in the conversation last night at a party about all the different things that are going on in the world and the injustices that there appear to be in the world. And I can certainly see though what appears though to be those injustices. But I also saw that any help that I'm going to give to the world, any transformation that I'm going to give in the world, to the world has to start with me. It has to start with me being more sane, me being more peaceful, me being more conscious, and me being more loving. It's a trick to make me think first I've got to affect a country, a nation, or a group of people. That is a trick. You as an individual are not going to, why do you think that you're capable of doing what millions of people all through history have never been able to do, which has changed the world? Nobody's been able to do it but you.
Yes.
Who haven't done your workbook lesson yet. You are going to completely change all of reality. See, it's a trick. It keeps you from even doing anything because you feel overwhelmed.
Yes.
But you might be willing to like feed one person, maybe, provided that they don't reinforce your feeling of lack or not enough in some way. You follow what I'm saying? So yes, there seems to be all these issues in the outer world, which is nothing but your own mind that you are not identifying with. The outer world is just a part of your own mind that you're not identifying with according to metaphysical spirituality. Well, if I'm going to be peaceful, I got to do it right here with you right now. I'm going to start with not attacking you. I'm going to start with seeing you as strong. I'm going to start by seeing you as not being affected by anything you're saying to yourself. I'm going to see you as this incredible being that even if you are judging yourself, you still deserve love, you still deserve healing, you still deserve help. That's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with the world I appear to be in my personal experience right now, and let that extend outward to the world. And when I'm judging Earl and saying he's not enough because I got a voice that puts me down 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all times, never takes a rest, never takes a rest or a break or a vacation. Some of you have one of those voices. You hear it all the time. You just need to do this. This needs to do this. You just need to be different. This needs to be different. If this was different, you'd be happy. If this was different, you'd be happy. If this was different, you'd be happy. If they were different, you'd be happy. If they were different, you'd be happy. If you were in another place, you'd be happy. If you were different, you'd be happy. If you were in another place, you'd be happy. If there's another set of circumstances, you'd be happy. If you just, everybody got that voice? It never allows you to feel any peace or satisfaction about anything about your life where it is right here, right now. It's always something that needs to be a little bit different. The next time that thing is changed, now you're going to be happy. That is the voice of the ego. That is an attack upon yourself, and it's not having any effect on who you really are.
Yay.
So to acknowledge yourself or let yourself in the beginning and hear that Holy Spirit, just even make yourself know that you are loving and that you are awesome. Could we acknowledge the other people in the room also for being awesome? Yeah. As a matter of fact, repeat after me. Yes, but. Okay, good. Wanted to make sure, 'cause I know how that is when you don't get a chance to say yes, but. It'll drive you out of your friggin' mind. Yes, but Earl, yes, but Earl, yes, but Earl. And think about that. Think about that. Your mind is trying to come up with every reason why someone telling you that you are lovable, strong, and powerful is not something that somebody should be saying to you. Now, what part of you would have a problem with being told you're beautiful, holy, and good? That would be trying to come up with a reason why what I'm saying is a bunch of crap, and all I said was you are very powerful, very loved, and you're not alone. And what you're trying to do to yourself really isn't doing anything to who you really are. What part of you wouldn't want to hear that? What could that be that feels more comfortable with the idea that you, well, because there's some people I don't want to forgive, and I'm holding them responsible for what I'm going through right now, even if it's my parents from a childhood, and now you're saying I'm letting all these beings off the hook.
That part.
Yeah, that part. The part of me that absolutely still wants to have grievances. Because if this is true, I have no reason for grievances. And see, that means I have to get off my butt and I have to change my perception and take responsibility for my life right now in the present moment. And do you know that your current belief structure, the memories that parade before you, if I feel depressed today about Earl, then I'm going to only bring up memories from my past that reinforce that depression, and I'm going to remember everything that makes me feel depressed from all the things that happened as a child. So what you remember isn't coming from the past. What you're remembering is coming from the state of mind you're in right now. So if you're feeling good right now, then your memories are just going to support all the times you've had cool times that you need to feel good about. Thank you for sharing with me in my full-time ministry with this course. I really appreciate those of you who see enough value in what I do to share something with me. I really do. Thank you so much. Those online, if you want to also make a financial expression of your appreciation, which I appreciate so much, go to my website, earlpurdy.com, and you can do it on my homepage. And I'm also available for one-on-one sessions called clarity sessions, where I take all these principles that I was talking about today and what the course teaches, and show you how to apply it to your day-to-day situation that you're going through that you like to see change. And if you're open to it, I also use my knowledge of astrology and numerology as a way for spirit to communicate through me. Astrology and numerology is just another language Just like the Course in Miracles is a language, like any teaching is a language. They're all languages the Spirit can talk to us through. The more far out the thing is, usually the quicker you can get intuitive knowledge. You know, I can tell somebody something in 30 minutes looking at their chart that they could have taken 20 years to find out about themselves, but since they were closed-minded about the whole idea that anything could come through astrology, then they wouldn't afford themselves that particular age. So a lot of times you keep things going longer than it could because of being closed-minded. Because a part of you may think it knows what's possible and what's not, and what's valuable and what's not. But this is the beauty of it. It's having no effect on who you really are.
Yeah.
You're still okay.
All right.
You're still going, everything's going to be all right. All right? And then Tuesdays, we do what? The way of mastery. And it's been very interesting to watch the reactions that people have had since we've been talking about love. The true meaning of love. Nothing brings up more resistance than talking about love. And so Way of Mastery has been so hardcore talking about love that it's been interesting to watch my reaction and to watch everybody's reactions to it. So you're innocent. You're innocent. And you're not guilty. And you're responsible for what you feel, for what you see, like right now, as a matter of fact. So I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience. I decide upon the goal I would achieve. This is straight from the Course. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and receive as I have asked. That's the prayer that'll free you. I am responsible for what I see, love or fear. I choose the feelings I experience, love or fear. I decide upon the goal I will achieve, love or fear. And everything that seems to happen to me, love or fear, then I am asking for it and I'm receiving it as I have asked because I'm holding on to the way of looking at things that's continuing to keep me afraid. So it is me asking for it because I got another way I can look at it, but I'm choosing not to use it, then I am asking for it and receiving it as I have asked. So what separates you from a regular person in the world? You are trying to take responsibility for what you are experiencing. That's it. There are just two types of people in the world. Those who take responsibility for their experience and those who see themselves as a victim. That's it. Those are only two. The ones who see themselves as victims, when you hook up with them, they're going to project and blame their hardship on you. Provided you don't act out whatever it is the script is they have for you. Now, as long as you act out the script, they'll look like they pretend to love you. But if you don't act out the script, then they're going to attack you, or leave you, or abandon you, or tell you how you need to change, and everything like that. Because they're seeing you as responsible for how they feel. People who are responsible, when they're in a situation that's upsetting, they're asking themselves, how can I see it differently? What is it that I'm doing that's creating this? And they're asking Spirit to give them another way to look at it. And they don't want to project and they don't want to blame because they know that only increases the very thing they're trying to let go of. So you are strong. And you don't have to see yourself as weak before you attack. And the next time you see yourself as weak, don't try to equalize the situation by starting to judge everybody else around you. Just recognize that the thoughts you're having about yourself have no real effect on who you really are. You're still the incredible, loving, powerful being that you've always been and you always will be. Then you stop taking all your so-called negative thoughts so seriously to the point that you let them immobilize you because you think they're really doing something to you. They're just doing something to your self-image. That's it. That's what's really happening. So I got a song that I'd like to share that I think will help bring this home by my brother John Christmas. And you can go to his website, John Christmas. It's called Dream On.
I am responsible for what I see. Yeah, I am responsible for what I say.
What? I am responsible for what I see.
Say
I am responsible for what I see. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for it. I ask for it.
I choose feelings that I experience.
Say what I those who don't mind saying it, because you really want to change what you're saying. I experience, I choose the feelings that I experience. And guess what? And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for. Ooh, I ask for it. I ask for it. Yeah, but you know what that means? That means you can ask for some cool stuff, some loving stuff, some cool stuff, some loving stuff, some fun stuff, some love stuff, some happy stuff. Everything doesn't mean every negative thing that you can possibly think of. It also means all the love and the joy and the peace and the happiness that you want. You got to remember that everything that seems to happen to your butt, you ask for it. Because you are powerful. You ask for it. You can request it. Upon the goal, I would achieve. Say what? I decide upon the goal. I would achieve. Say it again. I decide upon the goal that I would achieve. Some of y'all look like y'all about dead as doornails. I swear it's like your life is gonna come from you. The joy you want is gonna come from you. The happiness you want, that magic person that's gonna ride up on the horse and take you to your joy. They ain't happening. That's that person that you're waiting for that's gonna take you to peace. They're gonna be a reflection of what you think about yourself. A reflection of the energy that you give out. That's what's gonna come back to you. The energy that you are giving out. And so every single thing that seems to happen to Earl Purdy, he asked for it. He asked for it. And I'm asking for peace, love, joy, abundance. Peace, love, joy, and abundance. I'm asking for peace, love, joy, and abundance. I'm asking for. Say what? Peace, love, joy, and abundance. I'm asking for. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for it. The love, I ask for it. The freedom, I ask for it. Got to get that groove going now. I choose the feelings, the peace and joy and abundance. I choose the feeling, what you're feeling right now. You are choosing that feeling that you are feeling right now. And everything that seems to happen to you, and everything that seems to happen to me, everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for it. I'm asking for peace. I'm asking for joy. I'm responsible. Thank you for coming out, Holy Spirit. Give it up to yourself, you invulnerable being. There's nothing that's going to fake but you. That is you.
There's a little announcement that happened in the movie at Arbaloo. I didn't get the addresses. I know how to get there, but if somebody else has it.